I want him to have quality reps, not stuff that people are putting on their phones. And you're playing pitch and catch and you're knowing you're not going to get hit. That to me is not quality reps. Those aren't quality reps. And for a guy that's still learning to play the position, will we not agree with that at least? Let's compromise. A guy who's learning to play the position needs as much quality reps as possible here. Is it a mistake by the Eagles and Eagle management not to play Jalen Hurts in the preseason? You think it's a mistake? Let me hear from you first in this. I know this. Brady's playing. Aaron Rodgers is playing. Josh Allen is playing. I don't think he's playing in the first one. Kyler Murray's playing. Okay, all those quarterbacks that are contenders are all playing in the exhibition season. Davey Boy says no. Hurts needs to play preseason just to throw it around. Big pickin', I think he should. Seth goes, yes, he needs the reps. See, you guys are not, we're not talking about 35, 45 plays here either. I think we're all on the same page with that, right? Hell yeah, it's a mistake, Matthew says. Yes, it would be a mistake if Hurts doesn't play in the preseason. He needs as many reps as possible if he wants to be successful. That's Tanner. Tanner, I want him to have quality reps, not stuff that people are putting on their phones. And you're playing pitch and catch and you're knowing you're not going to get hit. That, to me, is not quality reps. Those aren't quality reps. And for a guy that's still learning to play the position, will we not agree with that at least? Let's compromise. A guy who's learning to play the position needs as much quality reps as possible here. And organized team activities and organized team scrimmages, those are more than what's going on now. Like Friday's reps that some of the players are going to get in the exhibition game, albeit exhibition, it's still quality reps. Phil Simms said that about a month ago. Phil thought he needed to play in the exhibition season. Scrimmages, although not enough, needs more. First quarter, half. For the first game after that, give Carson Strong and the other guys an opportunity. The joint practices are quality reps. They are not. When you're not hitting the quarterback and you're not doing any of that, those are not quality reps, dude. Those are not. They stop the practice. They're coaching. Quality reps are game reps. Those are quality reps. When you're in practice and you're stopping practice, that's coaching reps. There's a difference. The joint practice is true. It's a tick up. True. It's a tick up. But it's not even what you get when you're playing in the exhibition games. Last year, Hurts only had one drive in the preseason, and the team got off to a slow start. Some would say the Atlantic game, he looked pretty sharp. And then after that, when he had to win games throwing the ball because he didn't have those quality throws in the exhibition season, that's what you're talking about. And I agree 100%. Tanner Sills, do you think that the Eagles will keep their undefeated joint practices record intact? Hey, I didn't even know you kept scoring that. I just thought you went out there and you scrimmage against one another. Sills, what do you have to do to convince you? 4,200, 25, 30? Dude, if Jalen Hurts does that, then you've got a massive conversation in the offseason. If he throws for 4,200 yards and between 25 and 30 touchdowns, you're talking about an opportunity for them to sit down with him. I don't believe that he's a $45 million quarterback, okay, because to me, I'm not going to get that tied up in a style like that. I think the same thing with Lamar Jackson. As much as I like Lamar, I'm not signing Lamar Jackson to a Patrick Mahomes' 10-year contract. I'll give him a 5-year deal, and we'll keep it around that number. See, to me, I think that's what the holdup is in Baltimore right now. I don't think it's the money annually. I think it's the amount of years that they want to give Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar wants a deal that's comparable to what you're seeing with Deshaun Watson. But I also think he wants to have length of contract, which means more guaranteed money. And he wants to kind of like break the bank on what Watson did. I don't think Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson. I don't think he is. If I had to pick my quarterback between those two guys, it'd be Deshaun Watson all night long. I get it, too. Off the field issues, all of that weigh into it, too. But as a talent, Watson's better. When you evaluate and you use the most important test that you could possibly use, your eyeball test, okay? You use your eyeball test. What player do you look at and go, well, hey, that guy right there, that guy is a unicorn. That guy's a special player. That guy is a NFL quarterback. That's the guy I want to build my football team around, okay? As great as Lamar is the face of that franchise, and I love him. He's a quality dude. And to me, he's a tremendous role model. Okay, Lamar Jackson's a tremendous role model. I love what he does with inner city kids. I love what he does with poor kids. I love the whole thing. He has absolutely made me look wrong. I thought this guy'd be out of the league in 5 years. Instead, he's one of the faces of the league. He's one of the faces in Baltimore. He's a true winner, man. I just love the guy. But I don't think that style of play has a long ceiling. And that's where Jalen falls in. Jalen Hurts is in a situation where his style of play doesn't have a high ceiling. You're not going to be around that long and be productive that long because of the way you play the game. If your game is relying on taking hits like that, you know, it's one thing to be Joe Burrow and you're sacked 70 times. It's another thing to get sacked and all of a sudden you're taking off running and you're getting whacked because you're a ball player too, or you're a ball carrier. That takes its toll on a player. That absolutely takes its toll on a player, man. Okay? Xander just said this. I predict the Eagles give Jalen Hurts a $40 million a year contract for 4 years in this offseason. Wow. That means he came through. Xander thinks now that he is going to be a guy that will come through. And by all reports, by the way, you know, the players love him. You're seeing a lot of players, the coaches, everybody are throwing massive support around the kid. Okay? Boy, I'll tell you something. I can't tell you how far that goes. I'll tell you just a small story here. I got into Tampa Bay my first day. Ray Perkins drafts me. I was 100% so excited. The defensive line coach, Mike Dubose, comes up to me and goes like this. We're going to play it nose, and I really have no idea why we drafted you. I mean, right there, man, my entire world was put on pause. So the D-line coach doesn't like me, and he doesn't even know me. He didn't like the fact of how I got in the league and how the Bucs went into supplemental. I mean, Reggie White was a supplemental guy. This guy didn't care because he had another motive. He had another guy he was looking at and trying to coach, and he wanted him to play. All those things play a factor. And believe me, when you got as much insecurity in an NFL locker room, you guys don't know. There's a lot of NFL insecurity with those players right now. Everybody's worried about their job. Well, not all the starters, but guys are worried about their jobs right now. You know, you got one life jacket on and you're worried about your life jacket. You're worried about your boat. You're worried about your deal. It's so insecure. And anything like that can set you off. And when you're Jalen Hurts and you have that kind of support, hey, the Eagles want to make this thing work. That's a really good comment. And that's a really fantastic thing that Jalen has going for him right now is that, get this, the entire organization from top to bottom want this thing to work. I still have reservations of how he wants this thing to be in the hands of Jalen. We'll worry about that as the season gets going here, though, okay? Average starter gets about $30 million. Big Pickens says. That's what's going to be the franchise tag. To me, I think it's more likely they franchise tag him, and then they'll decide. Okay? I think it's got more of a possibility of a franchise tag. And then the question will be what they do in April on whether or not that they go into the draft and draft a quarterback. I think there's more likelihood because Howie Roseman did not make those moves with the Saints to take a safety next year.